Who wants to arrest them? Who doesn't want to arrest them? Are we going to arrest them, if at all? NCIC, on the other hand, has come under fierce criticism. They're issuing summons to so many different people who are just saying, nitakuja siku ile nitapata nafasi. But in as far as the goons are concerned, this confusion coming from the security agencies on whether or not to arrest them, what does it communicate to you? James Orengo and Babu Wino accompanied Oliver, who had been summoned by police. Yet the DCI said, no, we are not aware of the matter.
To be honest, Fred, good morning to everyone, first of all. It's a very troubling question. This is something that we are also trying to push for as Linda Mwananchi, where we're trying to fight for accountability. This is something we preempted. This is something we sent evidence to the authorities prior to to tell them that our rally is actually being planned to be attacked. And we even sent evidence, all these things. Some people were arrested, they were released, prior to the event. So to be honest, these are things that, even when I was going to Homa Bay, I could figure that, this was going to be a hostile event because of, obviously, the remarks also that were being made by the leaders prior to the event. That was very disturbing. And of course, we had to be mentally prepared as well that, we will face such kind of things. We tried our best to make sure that we are aware of the intel. We have people ahead to make sure that everything's okay. So to be honest, we felt like everything was under control till things turned really bad, Fred. Things turned really bad, and you can tell this was a properly well planned event, because even as you see in the video clips where the highway was blocked out with stones that were brought with the tipper, trees that were cut down and barricaded the road, and the goons were standing right next to the police, and the police were doing nothing to clear them off before even we reached. If the police had intel and they were standing next to the goons, why not clear them out? Because you're expecting another group coming into Homa Bay, why stand with them like you're all waiting for a showdown? And so to be honest, it was a very horrendous moment. Everybody was panicking, the women, everybody was in shock, because there's a big group of people barricaded the roads with pangas that have been grinded, well armed, some of them even had guns, and immediately the first thing we reached, they were lobbing tear gas at us. The goons were lobbing tear gas at us, which is very scary also. How did they get access to the tear gas, and initially they weren't using any shooting or anything, but towards a later stage it reached a point like that. So to be honest, as our security were busy trying to clear the road so that we can get access and escape, because we had passed them, they cleared out, we passed them. Now they were attacking us from behind, and security was busy clearing the road so that the cars can pass. And the people at the back, Fred, it was really bad. These people came with pangas and slashed people like crazy. They were hitting the cars, breaking the windows, dragging people out of the car, mercilessly beating them up. They were catching the security that were trying to do it, and if any security was caught, their teeth would go, everything basically. It was really bad, really bad. What I witnessed firsthand was really scary. But nothing stopped us. We actually managed to reach Homa Bay. Sadly, after 6 cars being touched, because every car they catch, wanaiba, wanachoma. And they catch another one, wanaiba, wanapiga watu, wanachoma. So to be honest, this is not something that we should entertain. I believe like a couple of weeks ago we spoke about this political intolerance issue, and we said that we should put a stop towards goonism, because goonism, there was a cartoon showing that anybody who puts a coin, right? Anybody who puts a coin can hire a goon. Yes. If they can hire goons, we can also hire goons, and it will not be good, because at the end of the day, what I witnessed is people, the Homa Bay people were being slaughtered. And
you say police were there watching.
Police were watching, and Babu Wino was telling them, police, surely, are you looking at us? And we're being butchered right now, and you're not doing anything about it. Even as we entered Homa Bay, I was telling the police, these guys are attacking us, like try and help us. Because now, by the time we reached Homa Bay, there were like 30, 40 people only, like following us. They were reduced. And when they reached there, you know, the police were busy, you know, smiling at us, you know, like trying to communicate that orders are from above, we cannot do anything. You understand? Like literally, I'm telling the police, a woman, telling her, please, like they were all standing, like at least now the group was bigger. They could have handled those 30 fellows and chased them away.
They did not.
They did not.
And that's a big question.
And they were beaten up.
Yes. That's a question now we're asking, because 4 people died, including a police officer. A number of others were injured. We have reports that at least one of those injured lost his leg and had to be